What you're going to be doing in this video is learning how to freeze columns and rows in Excel 365. So what we have here is a data set, some columns, some rows are populated, but the cells are populated with data. What tends to happen is as your spreadsheets get larger, you begin to scroll down and you lose focus of the header row. This would be a header row, the blue row, and it contains the data that describes what's in the columns. If you scroll down, you'll see we can't see that anymore. Right? Same thing could be said about the columns. As you move to the right, you lose sight of the header column. In this case, it says the same thing, just data. But imagine you had all kinds of different descriptions here in these cells. You lose sight of those things. Now, yes, you could simply scroll back, or you could simply scroll up to see the header. The point is, you don't want to have to do that all the time. And as your spreadsheets get larger and larger, it may not be efficient for you to have to continually scroll back to the top of the page or to the left of the page to see the header row or the column header. So we're going to learn to freeze those. So in this case, we're going to start with the row. You highlight the row by simply clicking the number itself of the row you'd like to freeze. In this case, we're going to be freezing row number 1. You're going to select the view option on the menu, and then you're going to come over to the freeze panes option. There's a little drop down arrow next to it. You're going to click on that drop down arrow, and then you're going to select freeze top row. Once you've done that, you may or may not be able to tell, but the bottom of each one of these cells on this row got a little bit darker, a little bit heavier. The line got a little bit heavier. What happens now when we scroll up the page, if you'll notice the first row, it does not move. It's frozen. So if I'm all the way at the bottom of the spreadsheet, now I can see what the header row says, or what the description in the header row is for each one of these items. Okay, we're going to undo that. And actually, we're not going to undo it. We're going to leave it as is. This time, we're going to select the column. Steps are exactly the same. You want to make sure view is selected. You want to come over to freeze panes, and this time you'll select the freeze first column option. You'll notice again the right side of the cells for all of the rows in this column have now gotten a little heavier. There's a thin white line here, and that basically is an indicator to you that your column is frozen. So as you scroll right, the column itself does not move. And that is that. You've now learned how to freeze a column and how to freeze a row in Excel 365. If you found this video useful, be sure to click the like button. If you would like to be notified of future videos, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell. Also, take a look at some of our other videos that are related to this particular subject.